Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the AWE Virtual World. We are currently running late by just about 10 minutes, so please stay with us and we will be starting shortly. We're very excited to have you with us. Thanks.
everyone. My name is Gail Cibaran. I'm the Cultural Affairs Assistant here at the U.S. Embassy Port of Spain Public Affairs section. Our section is pretty much the public-facing section outside of the visa section that everyone might be a little more familiar with. This space is our conference room, and we've got another space that's called the American Center, but both spaces fall under that umbrella. The American Center is where the embassy hosts events, both for partners like the EHUB, Deidre, and Leah, as well as persons who are not necessarily people that we are accustomed interfacing with, but it's our public space and it's free and it's pretty much available based on the need. Okay, so moving on, I just wanted to also say congratulations. You all are officially our second Academy of Women Entrepreneurs cohort. You are the first cohort of the second iteration of the Academy of Women Entrepreneurs, which is a great feat, and I'm sorry. Congratulations. Right? So we had our first cohort last year, and Deidre and Leah did such an exceptional job that they got funding for us again for this second iteration of the program. So that speaks volumes about their ability, and you all should welcome the fact that you have such great implementers. So moving along, housekeeping, right? So for security reasons, please do not take pictures by our exits, either the official exit to get out of this room or the exit, which would be our emergency exit, right? In accordance with COVID regulations, I know the Minister of Health and the Ministry of Health has said you do not need masks, but they also did recommend in closed spaces where there are no windows, for your health, it might be better to be wearing a mask. I really don't want anybody saying they came to an event in the embassy and they think that's where they get COVID. So just for your own health, I would prefer to stick with the minister and the Dr. Parashuram's recommendations about wearing your mask indoors. There are no planned emergency drills for today in the embassy. So if there is any type of alarm, that means it's an official alarm, and you will be expected to exit the building. Myself or one of my colleagues, we will be with you. Leah and Deidre will also be with you, and so it will be an organized and very quick escape out of the building. So that I want you to keep in mind, and do tag us in your photos for this event. We are on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, right? And you can get those hashtags from Deidre and Leah. So congratulations again. Welcome to the American Center. Welcome to the Academy of Women Entrepreneurs. Do your best, and welcome to the potential to become an alumni of a U.S. Embassy, U.S. government program. Congrats.
Thank you so much, Gail. Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy that you guys made it here. I have to start by sincerely apologizing for the error of omitting the address to the embassy, but I'm glad that you guys made it. Nonetheless, we will make it up to you with some nice tokens after. Okay, so good morning to our Cultural Grant Officer, Gail Cibaran, members of the OR implementing team, our specially invited guests, our audio and visuals team, and most importantly, the first cohort of AWE 2022, both virtual and physical. My name is Leah White, and I will be your host for today. Firstly, I want to commend and congratulate the OR cohort on being accepted to the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. I have stood at this podium many times, and each occasion brings a renewed sense of joy, excitement, and hope, simply because of how valuable this program is to us. AWE is one of the most successful programs under the Entrepreneurship Hub to date, initiating enterprising women of all ages into a community of shared resources, knowledge, and tools that enable business growth and profitability. Most importantly, the AWE program boasts a strong sisterhood with an unbreakable bond. Finally, in the words of our young people, you're gonna love it here. Welcome to the O family. So today we have a very short but a very exciting agenda, so you guys can relax and enjoy. So next up we have a speaker that demonstrates the true spirit of entrepreneurship. She's passionate about local agriculture. Sorry, a little change. Okay, so we're gonna start with the all recap video. So as Gail mentioned, this is our third cohort of AWE. We did 2 in 2021. You guys are the first of 2022. And we gathered some testimonials, you can see, from our previous cohort to showcase the impact the program has on them. So we're gonna jump to a little recap video now.
I'm Deirdre Legan and I'm the implementer for the Academy of Women's Entrepreneurship Program for Trinidad and Tobago. The Academy of Women's Entrepreneurship, also called the OR Program, is a program that helps female entrepreneurs to understand the foundation of starting and growing a business.
I'm Rose Rogers, the Assistant Public Affairs Officer here at the U.S. Embassy, Port of Spain. The U.S. government really has been pushing for more women entrepreneurship. Listening, it's also saying, what can we do so that you can better yourself, further yourself? Sometimes it's providing things like AWE, which is geared to specifically help women who want to do their own business, who are interested in starting up something. And we have seen, the data has shown that providing women with opportunities to start businesses has a tremendous positive impact on the community.
I am Candice Hughes. I am the owner and CEO of Exquisite Liquors. We make locally crafted liquors and cocktails, and I am so honored to be a participant from the first cohort in the O program in Trinidad and Tobago.
I am Lauren Peters, the First Lady of Nuance Solar. My company provides the most compelling value in the renewable energy industry, and we let the sun be your power, and I am a proud member of the O Network Cohort 1.
The O program has inspired how I do my business and changed it a lot. Financially is one of the biggest ways. That financial component wasn't there when I started. I was just selling my product and making money, but I wasn't really setting financial goals. Doing my books to see, are you making a profit? You see cash flow coming in and you seem like, oh yeah, this business is doing good. But when you sit down and you do those profit and loss statements at the end of the month that we had in Dream Builder and the platforms that they had for us, I was like, wow, now you see if you're making a profit or a loss.
Experience in business was zero. I had no experience. And coming from a technical background, and I know that I have aspirations of becoming an entrepreneur, I saw this as an opportunity to really gain the knowledge and insights of how to start a business, how to expand your network, and even how to become a successful female entrepreneur.
So to be able to rely on each other and network has been very, very influential in the way that I do my business now. I can call on these ladies, having that support, knowing that, hey, I'm struggling through this week, I'm not having any sales, or I'm just down. I can call on people, and I call on my fellow O sisters, and I say, hey, I need some help. And they reach out, we network with each other, we support each other, we uplift each other, and that has been the best part of it all.
Sorry, those are real sentiments shared by all ladies. We didn't pay them, we didn't bribe them. Those are real sentiments, and we have a WhatsApp group. So they keep the alumni and the sisterhood going, and they talk about this all the time in the group. So at least I think and I hope those are real sentiments and they're not acting. Okay, so we're moving on to the next item on our agenda. Our next speaker demonstrates the true spirit of entrepreneurship. She's passionate about local agriculture and has been an agripreneur for 12 years. Her creativity, innovation, and undying strides to achieve her goals has earned her tremendous success in her business. And she is the awardee of Ernst & Young's Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year 2016, awarded by the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Everyone, please join me in welcoming the CEO and founder of D Market Movers, Miss Rachel Rennie.
I'm actually Mrs. now. Since last year. I always forget. Well, hi everyone. Thank you for having me. Every time I have to do one of these talks, I'm always like, when I hear my bio, I'm always like, am I that person? But when you think about it, I've been doing this since 2009. So every time I read it, I'm always like, every year, as I evolve and change, I love to look back and see, you know, where I started. And, you know, this is you guys, like you ladies, sorry, starting point. So, I mean, this is an important part and a huge part of, it was a big part of my journey where I started. So just being here, I think is a great step. Programs like this didn't really exist when I would have started. Back then, being an entrepreneur meant you were sort of a bum, or you didn't have a job, let's just say. But there's a lot of agencies around now that are supportive of this, and I think this program is really great. And female entrepreneurs have a lot of power and potential, and I think for a long time, I didn't really think that in the beginning, but now the energy is definitely very relevant to me. So this is me. So D Market Movers Limited was founded in 2009, and I've been an entrepreneur, I think, all my life, but in 2009 is when I really took the leap and started doing what I was doing. So within that time period, we were able to launch 4 brands over that time. And I think when you start, and they talk about serial entrepreneurship, but I think what happens is as you grow and evolve as an entrepreneur, you find more ways to, you know, offer more and diversify in what you're doing. And diversification in your business is always important. It spreads the risk. And over that time, we were able to launch 4 brands, which I hold really dear to my heart. So our Moving Table was a monthly farm-to-table dining experience. And I say was because during the pandemic, that part of the business literally had to shut down. What we did was promote communal dining, sharing food. And of course, during the pandemic, this was a definite no-no, right? So this part of the business, what we'd use it as was a marketing tool. We're passionate about local food. We're passionate about agriculture. But what we found is every restaurant you go to, it's imported ingredients. So we decided to have a farm-to-table event where we could show patrons and customers, you know, that you can have a really great meal made with 95% local ingredients. And what we did was challenge chefs to really innovate what they were doing in the cooking scene. And, you know, we had chefs dehydrate pawpaw seeds to use as black pepper and grind it up as black pepper. So that's the level of innovation that came out of these events. And again, with having the multiple brands, when this business was down, the other parts of the businesses would have grown, right? So, but this is one of my favorite parts of the business. I love having these dinners. I love showcasing local ingredients and showing that there is power in food and power in community, and sharing a meal with someone is really, really a huge part of what I'm passionate about. So D Market Movers is the core business. We're Trinidad's first online delivery service of greengrocer items. And when we started, I mean, we literally did the traditional thing. I learned how to do a business plan. I went to a program. Anything free, I was like signing up for. So I learned how to do a business plan, and obviously, you know, they tell you do a business plan, do your projections, your financials, those things, go to the bank. And basically we were told that Trinidadians would never buy food on the internet. This was in 2009, and I understood in a sense because most people didn't have a personal computer, most people didn't have a personal credit card. But flash forward to today, and we just launched Trinidad and Tobago's only first in August of last year, click and collect only store. So you still shop online, you come collect your groceries, packed up, fresh produce, local organic produce, and you collect it at our store, and we do a lot of funny drawings on your bags. And, you know, if I was to listen to that no back then, we would have never really been here, right? So a lot of times when you start, you get a lot of no's, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the answer is no. It may be that you're asking the wrong question, right? And this is a testament to how long ago, you know, when you used to take pictures with cameras and they would put the date stamp. So we always say, well, I did cut my hair, but the growth of the business goes with David's hair. So if you see my business partner now, his hair is like down to the back of his legs. And this is my business partner, David. We met in the bank. He's from Las Cuevas. He would bring fresh fish to work, and my family's in agriculture, so we would bring seasoning and bundle it up and sell it at work. And then we realized we were enjoying this more than working at the bank, right? No offense to banks. But, you know, this is us now, flash forward. This is me with my hair. But this is us now, you know, and it's not an easy road, obviously, owning a business. But you have to really believe that, you know, the why of what you're doing, you know, why you're doing it, who you're serving. And we never really forgot that. All our customers, a lot of our customers from day one still shop with us. They still ask for me or David, even though we have staff, you know, but that's just a testament to show that, you know, your first customers, they are your champions, they are your cheerleaders. Hold on to them, satisfy them, because they are the early adopters, and they are the ones that can guide you, you know, how to grow your business, how to evolve your business. With Market Movers, we use a lot of data. So because we're an online store, we use a ton of data to decide, you know, what products to list, what's selling the most. And it's a hard road when you know, you have your favorite products, but when you look at the data, if persons aren't buying it or there's something wrong with it, I shouldn't say wrong, but maybe you need to tweak the formula. You need to look at the data to really understand how can I improve on it, enhance on it, and make it really marketable. So as you can see, tomatoes is our #1 seller. So obviously we invest in farmers. We, you know, build out that relationship and try to find, you know, growers who can supply us with the things that are most demanded by our customers. And over that time, we went from 10 customers to over 10,000 online shoppers, from 10 deliveries to over 500,000 deliveries. And I still don't even understand how that even happened. And from 1 pound of food to 1 million pounds of local food sold on the internet. And if I could find that loans officer and just show him this data, I would be so happy, but I don't know where he is anymore. But again, it's really that, you know, you never know where your business can grow and evolve into, and you have to keep that vision and that passion going. And I know it's not always easy. I know life is not easy, but you can literally buy a breadfruit on the internet and have it delivered to your door. And that's a huge part for me, because local food is so dear to us. We should be eating foods that grow here because it can actually live here, right? A breadfruit could survive in our heat, which means it has a nutritional value that, you know, can support us. When we're eating foreign or imported fruits, I'm not saying I love a strawberry, but it doesn't have it might not necessarily have the full nutritional composition to support where you live, right? Next out to the brands was Farm and Function, and this is a range of local frozen fruits. Again, we use the data. Customers kept asking us, could you cut up my pawpaw for me? I don't know how to peel a pineapple. I mix the smoothie trend. The health and wellness sector really took off in the last 5 years. So we were like, okay, maybe we could cut up this frozen fruits. When you go to the grocery shelf, you don't see you know, frozen papaya, you only see berries, you only see the imported fruits. And even if it is pineapple, it's not grown here locally. So we were really, again, this physical product, we moved from a service to this physical product that represented what we were about, which was health and convenience, right? And promoting local. So our passion is really, through the Farm and Function brand, is to preserve the Caribbean way of life. And I mean, it's a pun on frozen and preserving the fruits, but it's basically you can now have mango or passion fruits or guava all year. You don't have to only have it when it's in season. If you have a business that's making cheesecake or ice cream and you want to have that flavor all year, this is an opportunity, and we do have bulk options for food service and things like that. So again, it's literally farm to table. We have farmers contracted, we process the pawpaw, we literally just cut it up, freeze it. I mean, it doesn't sound that easy. The technology with the blast freezing is why the shelf life is great, why it holds up, why we don't have to put any preservatives or anything like that. Again, with the pineapple, so I believe like when you add value to something, usually you're taking from somewhere else. So we compost all our waste material, and the company that composts it then sells that compost back to farmers. So our packaging can't be sustainable right now because it's a frozen product, but we compost all our raw materials to kind of balance off that, right? And you have to always think about the environment that you're in and the world that you're living in and preserving that, right? And again, as you could see, we're standing on the shelf next to everything imported. We took a chance. We literally begged for a meeting with Hadco, which is one of the biggest frozen distributors in the country. Went there, pitched it. And again, I don't think they said yes because, they thought that Trinidad loved frozen pawpaw because that was the only flavor we had when we pitched it. And then we expanded into the other flavors. But my passion and my drive was just really, some people say annoying, but I think it works when I tell my story or tell our story and sell my business, right? And again, like seeing customers, place an order and create these amazing desserts with our products. And, we're always asking customers to send pictures, send us. I mean, this customer, a little extra. She's like well plated and stuff like that. But, it was really exciting to see our products be utilized in so many ways, right? And the fourth business, is Market Movers Design. And basically when we launched Farm and Function, we sell other entrepreneurs' products on our website because we also sell like artisan. Once it's anything in food, we'll work for food and money, of course, but but food is our passion, right? And all these entrepreneurs, it's like when we got on the shelf, again, as you look around, it was just other imported products, right? And we wanted to create a sector for local brands to be marketable, to, really compete in a meaningful way, right? So my husband, who happens to be a graphic designer and in advertising for many years, he did our packaging. And then all of a sudden, 10 entrepreneurs was like, can I get my packaging done? How did you meet compliance? And we went through the entire process of how to get your product onto the shelf locally, right? And because of that, he left his secure job to join the team. And now he designs for hundreds of local food producers all across the region in Guyana. It's a pretty incredible how we've helped businesses grow. Hong Wing is a 100-year-old company, and we were able to help them enhance their packaging, become more marketable. Coffee and the discernment of the consumer change and evolve. And you can't just do the same thing over and over, right? You have to evolve and grow your business. This is a local cocoa wine product. They just won an award in Germany just by enhancing their packaging and really selling and being more marketable in what they were doing, right? And I think branding and packaging, a lot of brands, they focus on the formula and they have the best product in the world. But if you don't, present it in a certain way to the consumer, it's not going to move off the shelf, right? It's not going to sell. But of course, and this is a great way that when you put something on your shelf, you don't have to be there to sell it. Your packaging is going to do that for you, right? Again, we've worked with companies across the region. Web development is really my strength. So I've helped companies go online, do e-commerce, because again, if I'm the only online business in Trinidad, it doesn't help me, right? It's when there's a sector and you can help other businesses go online, it really works for us, right? Because now the banks, just the requirements to go online now or have e-commerce capabilities when we first started, it was pretty impossible, right? So, fast forward to this year, June 2022, I was invited to European Development Days to speak on my business in front of thousands of, leaders, people from all over the world were literally asking me like how to get this model in their country, how to sell agriculture products, how to work on the value chain, and how to really sell this model into their countries, right? And it's kind of insane when I think about it, because I'm like, y'all seriously think I could tell you how to do that? But it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. And again, sharing your stories and even being here, my talks were not great in the beginning. But I found that the more I share, and even coming into programs like this and sharing your story, sharing your brand, it only helps your business grow. And I know it can feel overwhelming to expose yourself in a way and feel judged, but you're literally going to forget about that once you do. Because you're going to attract the right people. You're going to present your business and your brand and yourself. And I know a lot of people don't want to put themselves out there. They want the brand to speak for itself, and that's fine. But there is a component that where you will have to sort of share parts of yourself if you're really passionate about your business and what you're doing, right? And this is something I truly believe. If y'all are eating, y'all are involved in agriculture. It doesn't matter if you never went on a farm in your entire life. The choices you make on the shelf really impact everything. So if you realize that your grocery cart is 90% imported items, I would say rethink it. Look for more local, support more local. You all have local brands, and that's something that I truly believe in. If you go to a restaurant and everything on the plate is imported, you can tell the chef, like, how come you're not using local greens instead? Why are we eating lettuce from the US, So, no offense, but wrong room. But again, we have pretty good greens here, right? And again, like, nothing is possible without our team, without the farmers that we work with. And we have so many female farmers who are like, and they're the ones who grow responsibility. They don't want to use any pesticides. They're very concerned with what they produce, And this is Kathleen. She grows the best pak choy in Trinidad. And again, it's just a showcase to you guys, that your power as a woman, as a female, in your business, use it to your advantage as best as possible. It took me a little longer to tap into that, but here I am today. So thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Rachel. That was an incredible story, very inspiring. I think one of the things that stood out to me the most is the fact that you started on a no and you persisted, which a lot of people usually fall off, but your passion is amazing. Your businesses are incredible. You guys better support Farm and Function. I actually do buy a pineapple, just saying. I can feel a pineapple, but sometimes I don't want to. Okay, so we have one last speaker for today. Certainly not the least. She's very special. She's very industrious. She's a serial entrepreneur and an activist for women in entrepreneurship. And also, and very cool of her, she's the co-founder of Dingley Limited, which is a small axe virtual design studio. And she's also the implementing partner for AWE. Everyone help me to welcome the small but mighty Deidre Leakin.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, special good morning to my virtual ladies. We have not left you guys out. We really wish you guys were here with us in person, but I hope you are enjoying the virtual world. It was actually built by Dingley Limited. So a few of you got to speak to me this morning, which threw off my talk as usual. I usually sit down days in a row and I write exactly what I want to say. I put my points and then I come here and I meet you face to face and I go, no, I have to do it from the heart. So first I want to really congratulate you on applying for the program. I firmly and truly believe, and I try to stand by it and I live it in my own life, that it is very important for women to seek opportunities and to invest in themselves. Very often, it's said, but it's never exaggerated enough how much women give of themselves, and it's very difficult for them to receive. So I think you should give yourselves a big round of applause for investing in yourselves. Right. Okay, so the AWE program runs in 80 countries across the world. Well, actually it was 80 countries at the end of 2021. I do believe now it is 83 countries. And Trinidad and Tobago started last year. So you are our second set. Lucky you, we know what we're doing really well now. So, the program is very detailed, but not just detailed in the principles and the foundation that you need for your business. It is very focused on what you need as a female in this type of business. Choosing to be an entrepreneur is not always the easiest path. I mean, after listening to Rachel, you would have heard how many times she got a no. She could have gone home and decided to go back into the corporate world, go back into a job, but it takes a certain type of strength, it takes a certain type of resilience to continue. And the fact you're sitting here shows to me that you all have that already. Women face many different things daily that is sometimes so far removed from what they have to do in their business life, whether it's family, personal, many things. A lot of things can be taken from you, but the invaluable assets that you give yourself, like education, experience, friendships that you build, they can never be taken from you. You never have to justify why you're sitting at any table. Whatever you have is inside of you. It's your power, it's your strength. And again, as Rachel said, it filters into your business. You are that thing that shines out of your business. It's your baby. So I just want to sort of reiterate to each of you, whatever you were thinking when you applied for the program, I hope that it grows stronger. I hope that you continue to invest in yourselves and that you put the energy, put the commitment into the program and that you get the best out of it. We can provide to you the most amazing courses, the most amazing classes, but unless you see the benefit of it and unless you see the reason why you're doing it, it's not going to make any sense. So please, ladies, whatever you apply to the program with, continue it throughout the entire course. I promise you we will do our part. AWE also, as I said, is running through many countries across the world. You will have the opportunity to meet a lot of other women from international countries, and I hope that you also sort of see the benefit in that, to see what their problems are, to see that a lot of the solutions are the same, and implement that in your own lives and your own businesses. I'm very excited to start with you guys. I had a little chance to meet some of you due to a little error that we made, but you know, it was a good error in the end. So I got to chat with a few of you. Looking forward to meeting the rest of you. And yeah, let's get this journey. Let's get to the end.
So you see what I said, right? She's tiny but mighty. She's very lovely, and you get to know us a lot more as we continue the program. We're wrapping up now, so I just want to thank you guys for attending today. I know you would have had to make arrangements for your in your busy schedule to come. But I also want to thank you for applying to the program, because we can design amazing curriculum and get amazing facilitators and resources and connections. But if you don't apply and we don't have amazing women, then we don't have a program. So thank you so much. Thanks so much, Rachel, for coming, taking time out of your really, really busy day. Oh, that's okay. There's entrepreneurship in action. Thanks so much, Stefan. This is our amazing audio and visual guy. He always comes through and bears with our trouble. And of course, Gail for being here and assisting us along the way. She's always present with us. So thanks so much. Right before we let you guys go, we have a small networking discussion, as well as we have to go over a couple rules and stipulations for the program. So stick around, and we also have the nice tokens for you. So you can look forward to that.